Hello everybody, Tonic here. Today we're playing another episode of Leviathan, the last day of the decade, here on Guy Fawkes Bang Bang Gaming. The last time we played, we came to the records, public records area, and we learned a few things about our guardian, Mr. Christian Orvood. And we found out that his mom sold Oliver for adoption before she died. So yeah, he has guardian who already had rights to him. So his mother was acting strange for a reason, because she knew that she was about to give up her son. I bet she didn't know that she was about to give up her life, but hey, you never know. So what we need to do is look up a name in the records. I think it'll start with a H. I think it was the Hirschblads or something. Hirschblads. So let's look that up. Let's get Mr. Profus in here. Let's go to H's, my good man. Alright, here we go. Based on the agreement found in Orvood's folder, my mother had a last name of Hirschblad. Maybe some of the documents that I find here will tell me something. Strange. I never even thought about which family my mother belonged to. We never met her relatives, and I never even heard anything about them. Maybe our family's relationship wasn't as rosy as I thought it was back then. The Hirschblad letters were in a white folder. Is there anything in here that is worth looking at? Let's take a look. These folders are similar to a dossier. Famous names are on the front pages. Triberg, Lesfrude. This folder is signed Vertran. There we go. I wonder what's in it. Oliver opens the file with a cover that's signed Vertran. It is a dossier. There's a photograph on the first page of my father when he was young and had short, stiff hair. Vertran's main source of income: hunting demons, sorcery, magic, mining, and working with amber. There's a small clipping from some book laying here. Amber is a very important part of the Vertran business. They say that the family has a special way of working with the stones. After polishing and cutting, the stone gains the ability to capture the image of demons and aberrants that come close to the person holding the stone. In order to decipher the image that was recorded on the stone, the Vertrans use a special, I'm going to guess decoder ring, maybe? Yeah. Device they make themselves. So is that strange machine with all my father's stuff that strange device? The Vertran stone records only the image... Oh, I think that's supposed to say store. The Vertran store records only the image of the demonic creature. Aberrants of various forms, demons who have made pacts with people, blood magic, etc. In order to find demons, Vertrans wear jewelry with this stone. Pendants, brooches, earrings, and tiaras with amber. Rings and bracelets may also be used. The ring and amber. Well, did I not realize it before? Mother's ring. I think that's what it said. I accidentally clicked. There's a bit more information here. About the family's income, their place in the council, and brief genealogy. I'm not sure that this is very useful. Looks like the dossier was made when a young Sherry Hirschblad was looking for a husband. I guess I should be grateful to her for choosing my father. That's a lot of detailed files for a husband picking. It's a stack of old faded letters. Each one of them says to Sherry Hirschblad only. The sender's name is written so illegibly. This is what happens when you play video games at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't read right. Excuse me. The sender's name is written so I'm going to pause here for 1 second. Alright, I'm back and I have cleansed my vessel of speaking. And hopefully it will be better now. The sender's name is written so illegibly that I can't read a word. Let's look here. Dear Sherry, you can skip that. My daughter. Oh, it's from my grandmother. Aha, this is important, I think. The look on your face the last time we met and your recent letters all indicate that you are in deepest despair, and the cause of your distress Your father may seem malevolent, but in all reality he is depressed. He insists that he repeatedly warned you even before you started arguing about how the Vertrans are paupers and untrustworthy, and that to marry a man from that family was a mistake. And about your husband, it seems that the news of his suicide has reached our region too quickly. Is it true that he ripped open his stomach right there in the council hall? They say that he asked for money for his family, but everyone refused. Then I don't approve of what he did, but I can understand. It is awful. Just awful. Awful. Like your plans for your boy Oliver. How can you sell your son? Have you gone mad, my girl? You can't save your family by sacrificing it. What will you have left? Just your daughter, Jenny? I sincerely hope that your deceased husband didn't know of your plans, or he wouldn't have forgiven you, and he'd be right. I'm probably trying to justify my mother's actions, but it looks like she made the deal with Christian because of the hardship my family was facing. Here's another letter. Hello, daughter. The following half a page of courtesies is typical of the provincial aristocracy. But after that, there seems to be something important. The whole world is gossiping, daughter. Your name is heard everywhere. Someone said that Sherry Vertran has gone mad, and the others are repeating it. I won't ask you whether it's true or not, but I'm worried, especially since your last letters are so strange. Cancel the deal? What are you talking about, Sherry? You took the money, have spent part of it, your debts are paid, but your debt to Orvud has only increased. At first, I didn't approve of selling Oliver, but everything has gone too far now. If you have signed a contract, then there is nothing left to do than meet the conditions of the agreement. Or have you gone crazy like the mean-spirited rumors say? What I just read explains my mother's strange behavior. Right before she died, she was definitely not herself. I remember that well. Alright, she was acting strange because she wanted to cancel the deal. She felt bad about selling Oliver, which is very commendable for a mother. She should have felt bad. Come on, Profus. Profus! Do you need something? I can bring you some documents. Any document you want. Just choose a letter. It's in alphabetical order, you know. The documents are sorted by last names to make them easier to find. Let's see what we got in S through Y. S. After a while, the archivist comes back with a pile of papers. And it looks like it's going to be useless. This is a huge file with the last names of Stillfreeze, Stoundfreeze, Slayberg, Stryland. And here's a newsletter entitled Steinbergs. You never know when we'll strike. Okay, S to Y. I want to hit T. Bring me tea, good man. Tea and tea, I said. Tea, sir. After a while, he came back. Let's see. There are a dozen white folders with an embossed monogram of a last name on the cover concisely entitled Triberg. Here's a folder named Trade Routes. Yeah. Not very exciting there. Yes. You can bring me. We're going to go with V. Did we look at V? Let's find out. I need documents starting with V. All the documents. Profus goes to get the documents. And the strange machine that his father left him. I notice receipts and apparatus. Is this the thing that Mother wrote about in her records? The dossier that my mother made for my father says that the Vertrans use amber to record images of demons and use a special machine to make the image appear. I bet this apparatus is one of those machines. Oh, I wonder. Can we use the ring? Now I see the stone is mounted in such a way that it's easy to pull out of its bezel. Oliver picks at the amber with his nail and applies a bit of pressure on the bottom. Got it. I wonder if the stone has anything in it that would show who the criminal is. What would make the image visible again? Okay, let's try. click on the machine now. The stone that I pulled out of my mother's ring is definitely amber. Maybe I should check it out. I think we should. Oliver puts the stone into the apparatus and turns on the machine. Oh, whoa. The room is filled with a bright light, blue light. An image appears in the beams of light coming from the stone. Holy wow, this looks cool. And kind of scary. Everything is like that night. Mother is lying on the bed and is being strangled by Christian's shadow. I'm sure that Mother was killed by the shadow. The silhouette of the murderer is blurry, but the silhouette of my mother is imprinted quite clearly. There can be only one explanation. The imprint of the murderer looks blurry because in real life the murderer really does look like that. I've got you now, Christian, and your damn shadow too. This is what happened. It all started when my parents got into debt. These receipts I found in my father's papers are sufficient evidence of that. Our family is impoverished. Mother and father tried to get money. Father borrowed gold from other nobles, but my mother chose another path. Mother made a deal. She found a man who would pay her a large sum of money to have the right to become my guardian. That's how these adoption papers appeared. I am sure that she did this with the best intentions. Most likely my mother thought she was saving our family from disgrace and poverty. And she was obviously afraid of telling father that I would be given to another family. But eventually, that was what killed him. It says in the death certificate that father killed himself, and I understand why he made that decision. And so, the money disappeared, and debts grew. Eventually, even the most generous nobles stopped lending him money, and not seeing any way out, he went to the council to ask for a loan. Father was a proud man. He may have been able to bear being publicly humiliated if it had had some result. But he was rejected on the council steps and killed himself. I still remember the lines from that strange, disturbing message. Someone said that Sherry Vertran went crazy. That's what happened. Now that I'm grown up, I clearly understand that Mother went crazy and I have no idea what was going on in her frenzied mind. Based on the letter, she backed out of the deal, and that was what motivated the murderer. Maybe my guardian didn't want to kill her. If the book that I found with the Orvue documents is correct, the shadow could have dealt with Mother without Christian's intervention. On one hand, this makes him less guilty of the crime, but on the other hand, their history with the shadows has been forgotten some, and if I make the crime public, then it will shatter the Orvue's power forever. I'll bet you, Christian, that you didn't know that it would end this way. I swore long ago that I'd bring you to justice as soon as the right moment came along. And that moment has come. The only thing that I still haven't figured out is the documents that I found in the leather bag. What would the Orvues want with all those children? Hey! Are you asleep? Huh? You're just sitting there with your eyes closed and mumbling. You haven't been drinking, have you? If you have, then get out. If you even think about dying here, I'll kill you. I don't need dead bodies here. Everything's okay. I'm just lost in thought. Everything's okay, he says. Maybe you're okay, but I'm busting my ass here. Are you, Oliver Vertran? Yes, what's the... Get your stuff. Some guy in a bank employee's uniform has come for you. He said he's an Orvue. I'm not about to cross the Orvues. It's not worth it, so get up and get lost. Christian? Yes, that's what he said his name was. Come on, get up. Do I have to make you get up? Wow, he's being very unkind after we went and bought that present for his daughter. Profus. Dude, come on. My guardian is here. But how did he find me? Or did he know where to look? Oh, getting interesting. The Leviathan, the last day of the decade. Episode 3. Being a killer. Alright, so we are now in episode 3 of Leviathan, the last day of the decade, and we will continue here on the next episode. If you enjoyed this, please leave a little like down there. Click that thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, click the thumbs down and let me know in the comment section what you didn't like. If you do like some certain things about the videos, throw a comment down there about what you like. Okay, well, my name is Tonic, and you're watching Leviathan, last day on the decade on Guy Fox Bang Bang Gaming. We'll see you next time.